Hey guys, Matt here. Most of you guys will only stick around for 20 seconds or less, and so let me give you a quick summary of the video if that's you. You can manage your day like Elon by adjusting his method of the timeboxing method. You can learn to focus on signal over noise, and by applying due dates and categorical labels to your everyday tasks. Now that's roughly 20 seconds, so if you're gonna click out, see ya. If you want some more detail, then stick with me. Hey guys, so I'm sure every single one of you out there has heard of Elon Musk in some way or some form. You've heard of at least one of his companies, whether it's Tesla or SpaceX, the Boring Company, how Tesla acquired Solar City, the list goes on and on and on. How does he manage so many companies day in and day out, and at the same time have all of them be so successful? Well, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of something called the timeboxing method, which he uses. Now, the timeboxing method, in a quick summary, is basically where you break down your day into small, digestible chunks, where you manage them by those chunks. And for Elon, in this case, he uses 5-minute time boxes, so he has 12 time boxes per hour. Now, that's a little tough to follow for an everyday individual such as myself. My minutes aren't so valuable that I have to manage them down to every 5-minute increment. So for myself, I try to stick to 15-minute time boxes or 30-minute time boxes. So why is the timeboxing method so beneficial for people to manage their everyday tasks? Well, it does one key thing. It allows you to set durations. And there's a lot of people out there, actually most people, studies show that when they create a to-do list, all they do is brain dump everything onto a sheet of paper. And that brain dump just creates a list that can sometimes be 20, 30, 40 items long, and you just get in this state of overwhelm where you don't really know what to tackle first. And so one of the big major steps that timeboxing takes as far as managing your to-do list is actually setting durations so you can start scheduling your tasks and understanding how much you can get done in a day. So for example, myself, I've been using 15-minute time boxes, and I've been applying durations to all my tasks that I have on my to-do list for work, for home, for my real estate business, and anything else I'm doing on the side. I brain dump everything onto a to-do list, and then I create a duration, and then I allow about 7 hours of to-do list items to make up my day. Now, the reason I only allow 7 hours of tasks to fill up my day is because I know for the other 2 or 3 hours that I'm working throughout the day, I'm gonna have all kinds of things coming in, whether it's calls or emails or texts, and I'm trying to run things down that pop up at the last minute. So I allow some wiggle room for that. So I could manage that by throwing a few time boxes throughout the day for those kind of items, but I found some success in actually just allowing myself 7 hours of items that I have to get done, and allowing the rest of the day to be filled up with these items that come up where somebody may need something at that moment. Now, although this is extremely powerful and will allow most of us out there to increase our productivity just tenfold off the bat just by setting durations and learning how to schedule our days appropriately, this isn't the entire equation of how Elon manages his day. He does manage by time box, and he does focus in on every 5 minutes. However, this is only part of the equation. So the second way we can manage our day like Elon Musk is by focusing on something called signal over noise.
Focus on signal over noise. A lot of companies get confused. They spend money on things that don't actually make the product better. For any given company, just keep thinking about, are these efforts that people are expending, are they resulting in a better product or service? And if they're not, stop those efforts.
So saying this a different way, it's all about focusing on your priorities. Now, this is definitely easier said than done, since we're constantly inundated with all kinds of notifications. Our phones are going off, you're getting notifications from social media, from your friends, from work, from your significant others. You have probably 30 or more different apps on your phone that probably have push notifications going out to you. And being able to focus on what's important is as crucial, if not more, than setting durations. So if we go through an exercise, let's say after this video or during this video right now, you have your to-do list on the side, or you go and create one and you start brain dumping everything on that sheet of paper. So what I want you to do is to list a number 1 through 4 next to that item as well. So right next to where you put duration, put either a P1, a P2, a P3, or a P4 next to that item, just based on roughly what you think as far as where that falls on a list of priorities for you. Now, inevitably, some items aren't going to get done. This is okay. Even though I set roughly 7 hours of tasks for myself to get done every single day, knowing that the other 2 or 3 hours that I'm working are going to get filled up with minutia, we're inevitably going to get inundated. All we have to do is reschedule those items to another day and basically push off some things from that day, if we have that fully scheduled out already, to another time frame. So in order to do this, what you need to have listed on your tasks, in addition to priorities and durations, is a due date. Now, I think, in my opinion, we should try to be slightly aggressive to what we probably believe it should be. I believe this because it helps us get these items done faster. So if I believe I need 7 days to get something done, and I create a due date that's a week away, I'll probably set the due date for 5 days. Now, Elon is famously notorious for setting overly aggressive due dates. Now, granted, he's working on different projects, such as when he first created the first Roadster, the Tesla Roadster, to have this all-electric sports car ready to showcase to the world by 2006. Now, it's already in history. He wasn't able to accomplish that until 2008. But nevertheless, he did something incredible, and he was able to bring a car that many thought was impossible to create to the world and showcase that this is possible and that we can do this. And as we all know, Tesla was born from this Roadster coming out and impressing so many people that he was able to build a company off the back of that car. But nevertheless, this brings me to the end of my video, and I want to recap real quick the 3 different items that will allow us to manage our day more like Elon. That's setting durations, setting priorities, and setting due dates. Having these 3 items alone and focusing on this when you're creating your to-do list and brain dumping everything onto that sheet of paper will greatly enhance your productivity and how much you get done in a day, as long as you're consistent and you stick to it. Now, if you want an easier way of doing this, other than just using a sheet of paper, something a little more intuitive that allows you to get notifications of when due dates are coming up, then I highly recommend ToDoist. ToDoist is what I've been using to manage my days, and it's been great. So go down to the description below and click on the link, and it'll take you to ToDoist, where you can sign up for a free account. Now, I will say that the free account allows you to brain dump everything, but it won't allow you to set priorities or labels on these different things if you want to organize things by personal and work and all that kind of stuff, unless you subscribe for premium. However, still being able to brain dump and schedule your things throughout a day by dragging and dropping on different days is still powerful enough to where it'll help you a lot more than a sheet of paper will. And with that, guys, I hope all this information was extremely valuable. I hope it helps you manage your day better, and I hope you're able to take these things out into your lives and just get as much as you possibly can done, increase your productivity, and just become that best version of yourself. I look forward to seeing you all on the next video. See you guys.